Journalists should employ the watchdog mechanism to promote solution and development journalism that thrives on peace building, trauma healing, and uniting conflicting parties in conflict reportage. This was stated at the close-out day of the Common Ground Journalism Training organized by Search for Common Ground to equip participants with the tools, strategies, and ideologies required in the Common Ground communications that highlights the conferral power of journalism in conflict situations and transforming the role of the media from being stimulants of violence to responsible reporting. The training, which held from the 18th to the 23rd of March, gathered 35 journalists and communication experts from Bayelsa, Delta and River State as part of the EU-funded project being implemented by Search and its consortium of partners with the theme, a community-centered approach to transforming criminality and violence in the Niger Delta. The facilitators of the program took the participants through 5 days of lectures, interactions, discussions, and group activities to expand on the role of identity in conflict reporting, active listening, common ground communications, digital peace building, data journalism, solution journalism, amongst others.
And the essence is that journalists are not just stakeholders on the project, but they are also partners because we want them to help us to amplify the success story of the project, and beyond that also amplify the success stories coming out of the Niger Delta region. And that's because over time, what has been put out there, anytime the Niger Delta is reported, is conflict narratives, and we want journalists to, as partners, to see how these conflict narratives can be reframed, can also be more conflict sensitive in their reportage. And that is where we decided that it's important we provide the Common Ground journalism training for them.
Yes, when we talk about behavioral change messages, it's not been so much seen in journalistic products where we have news writers just focusing on the breaking of the news. We are now calling for a shift where people will focus on attitudinal change, where people will focus on getting to the root cause of issues.
Yes. So it's a quite a potpourri of knowledge, which you cannot buy. You cannot buy elsewhere. So I'm much fascinated. Fascinated by the level of participation. We will do a follow-up to make sure that most of the models that were covered are actually utilized by the journalists.
Speaking at the opening of the training, Head of Office of Search and Head of Program Implementation in the Niger Delta, Yacinth Agbagajan, stated that the training is geared towards building a strong relationship and partnership between the media and Search to address the developmental issues in the Niger Delta.
Basically, we are working around peace building, community violence prevention, and journalist training on common ground approach. Through this training, we want you to know more about search for common ground and also the way we work.
Some of the participants spoke on the benefits of the training and how the knowledge acquired will be utilized.
The skills that we've gotten from this training, I don't think I've gone for any other training and I've had it like this.
So with what we've learned here would help us in our style of reporting towards removing conflict content in our report.
There are things we took for granted that we now came to know that these things are very, very important. For example, the issue of conflict management, the issue of knowing that we are different from other people, and understanding people is very, very necessary to have a common ground.
Capacity building has given another light or another area for journalists to look into. Most times we do reports and we don't engage certain principles or skills into our reporting. Is actually what we need at the time that we are in this country right now.
Everything we did in the last 5 days trust me, it's going to have a lasting impact in my journey as a news reporter, news editor, news writer, and even news presenter.
A community-centered approach to transforming criminality and violence in the Niger Delta is an EU search project that seeks to address the root causes of conflicts in the Niger Delta through collaborative efforts of stakeholders, social inclusivity, and peace building. Elvira Jordan, reporting for Brighter Brand TV.